Hi guys, in this video we will deal with linear inequalities in one or two variables. Let's move on to first question. In the first question, which of the following ordered pairs xy satisfies the inequality 5x minus 3y less than 4? It says. It's a simple question. It's just checking if whether the inequality satisfies. Let's say 1, 1. That means we will inject 1 into x and 1 into y. So 5 times 1 minus 3 times 1, which is 2, and that is less than 4. So 1, 1 satisfies the inequality. Let's check 2. 2, 5. 5 times 2 minus 3 times 5, which is 10 minus 15, which is negative 5, less than 4. That's correct. So this also satisfies the inequality. And finally, 3, 2. 5 times 3 minus 3 times 2, which is 15 minus 6, 9. Less than 4 is not satisfied, so 1 and 2 only should be the correct answer. Question 2. Tickets for a school talent show cost $2 for students and $3 for adults. If Chris spends at least $11 but no more than $14 on X student tickets and one adult ticket, what is one possible value of X? Okay, what are we buying? We're buying X student tickets, like X student tickets, and each student ticket costs $2 plus, and we are buying one adult ticket 1 times, and one adult ticket is $3. And what does it say? How much we pay? Chris spends at least $11. That means he spends $11 or more. Equal part will be also included, but no more than 14. That means 14, okay, no more than 14, that is less than or equal to 14. Okay, let's continue solving this inequality. 11 less than or equal to 2x plus 3 less than or equal to 14. Now we can subtract 3 from each side of the inequality, like from everywhere. We want to make x alone. So it is 8 less than or equal to 2x less than or equal to 11. Now we can continue with dividing by 2 each side, like divide by 2, divide by 2, and divide by 2. That will lead us 4 less than or equal to x and less than or equal to 11 over 2 is 5.5. So the value of x can be 4, 5 as integers, and other possible values can be here. So since it's gonna be a grid-in question, just writing 4 or 5 will be enough to get this question correct. Question 3. Wyatt can husk at least 12 dozen ears of corn per hour and at most 18 dozen ears of corn per hour. Based on this information, what is a possible amount of time in hours that it could take Wyatt to husk 72 dozen ears of corn? So, when he is slow, 72 dozen ears of corn can be divided by 12 because each hour he husks 12, so it's gonna be 8 hours. tops. So, and when I divide, when he's fast, 72 dozens divided by 12, it's gonna be, 18. It's gonna be 4 hours. That is minimum. So between 4 and 6, any answer to this question will be correct. Actually, 4 and 6 are also included. So when he's fast, 12 dozens per hour, 72 over 12, 6 hours. It's the maximum amount of time. And when he's fast, 72 over 18 is just 4 hours. It's the minimum amount of time for him to husk 72 dozen ears of corn. Okay. In question 4, the posted weight limit for a covered wooden bridge in Pennsylvania is 6,000 pounds. Okay. A delivery truck that is carrying X identical boxes, each weighing 14 pounds, will pass over the bridge. If the combined weight of the empty delivery truck and its driver is 4,500 pounds, what is the maximum possible value for X that will keep the combined weight of the truck, driver, and boxes below the bridge's posted weight limit? So, the truck, the driver, and boxes should be less than the posted weight limit, 6,000. So truck and driver is given 4,500 pounds. 4,500 plus. The boxes, there are X of them, and each weigh 14 pounds. Is less than 6,000. So 14x is less than 1,500. What is the maximum possible value for x that will keep the combined weight of the truck? Okay, so we will divide 1,500 with 14. When you divide it, x is less than 107.14 or something like that. Since x is the number of boxes, it cannot be some decimal number. So x is less than 107 means x is 107 boxes will keep it below the weight limit. So 107 boxes will keep the truck, driver, and boxes under the given limit, my friends. In question 5, we are given two inequalities, linear inequalities, and we are supposed to find a pair of numbers that will satisfy both inequalities. I will do a little bit trick here. It's not always the case, but in this example, if x minus y is positive, that means x is greater than y. So, first one will be greater than second one. In which case that's happening? Actually, not in case A, not in B, and not in C. The answer is D. Let me show you D satisfies both inequalities. The first one, y. Y is negative 1 is less than 3 times 2 plus 1. Is that correct? Negative 1 less than or equal to 7. Check. And x minus 1 greater than 1, it says 2 minus 1 is greater than 1. Yeah, 3 greater than 1. Check. So both inequalities are satisfied with choice D. Question 6 is a classical SAT question. It's system of inequalities question. Let's read it. Marissa needs to hire at least 10 staff members for an upcoming project. Okay. The staff members will be made up of junior directors who will be paid $640 per week, and senior directors who will be paid $880 per week. Okay. The budget for paying the staff is no more than $9,700 per week. She must hire at least 3 junior directors, at least 1 senior director. If X represents the juniors and Y represents the seniors, show the inequality. Okay, it's not a very challenging question, but we should be careful. So, staff members, 10 staff members. So, X juniors plus Y seniors should be at least 10. That means greater than or equal to 10. So let's eliminate the wrong answers. Choice A is gone, and choice D is gone. Okay, cool. What does it say? What does it say? She must hire at least 3 junior directors. Juniors should be greater than or equal to 3. Seniors should be greater than or equal to 1. X greater than or equal to. So choice C is also gone. So the correct answer should be B. And final thing is 640 for each junior plus 880 for each senior. No more than 9,700. That's less than or equal to this one. So choice B is the correct answer. Question 7. 2 inequalities given. Y is greater than 2x minus 1 and 2x is greater than 5. Which of the following consists of the y coordinates of all the points that satisfies the system of inequalities above? So, first of all, 2x is greater than 5. Is that correct? And I'm hoping to make it look like this one. 2x minus 1 is greater than 5 minus 1. Can I say that? I take away 1 from both sides. What is it now? 2x minus 1 is greater than 4. But as you know, y is already greater than 2x minus 1. So it's a transition here. If 2x minus 1 is greater than 4 and y is greater than 2x minus 1, we can easily say y is greater than 4, and that's choice B, my friends. Question 8. A certain elephant weighs 200 pounds at birth and gains more than 2 but less than 3 pounds per day during its first year. Which of the following inequalities represents all possible weights in pounds for the elephant 355 days after birth? So, at birth, it weighs 200. Let's say every day for 365 days, every day, it gains 2 pounds. That's the least it will weigh in 1 year. So it's going to be 200 plus 730, which is 930 at least. What is max? What is most? 200 plus 365 times 3. So obviously it's 1,295. That is the most it gains. So its weight will be between these two numbers. The idea here, in one case, at least it gains 2 pounds. At most, it gains 3 pounds. I'm taking both cases in one side and in the other side, in both sides. Question 9. Jackie has 2 summer jobs. She works as a tutor, which pays $12 per hour, $12 per hour, and she works as a lifeguard, which pays $9.50 per hour. She can work no more than 20 hours per week, but she wants to earn at least $220 per week. Which of the following system of inequalities represents this situation in terms of x and y? Where, this is important, x is the number of hours she tutors, and y is the number of hours she works as a lifeguard. So, x hours for tutoring and y hours for working as a lifeguard cannot exceed no more than 20 hours, means less than or equal to 20. So choice A and choice D are cancelled because they suggest x plus y is greater than or equal to 20. On the other hand, $12 per hour for tutoring for x hours and $9.50 for lifeguard, working as a lifeguard for y hours, and at least, she wants to earn at least, that means greater than or equal to 220. So that's gonna be choice C, my friends. Terrence's car contains 8 gallons of fuel. He plans to drive the car m miles using the fuel currently in the car. If the car can drive 20 miles per gallon of fuel, which inequality gives the possible values of m? So, 1 gallon lets him drive 20 miles. 8 gallons, 20 times 8 miles. So if we want to drive m miles, it should be less than or equal to the possible miles he can drive. That's the case. Once again, the car will allow him to drive 20 times 8, 160 miles. So his aim, he wants to drive m miles, so m should be less than or equal to 20 times 8, which is choice A, my friends. A cargo helicopter delivers only 100-pound packages and 120-pound packages. For each delivery trip, the helicopter must carry at least 10 packages, and the total weight of the packages can be at most 1,100 pounds. What is the maximum number of 120-pound packages that the helicopter can carry per trip? Okay, let's say the number of 100-pound packages is x and y is 120. So it says x packages for 100 and y packages were 120, at least 10, means greater than or equal to 10. And each package carries 100 pounds. So x times 100 pounds is 100x plus 120 y less than or equal to 1,100. Okay, I will show you a trick here. To get rid of x, I will multiply the first inequality with negative 100. When you do that, it's going to be like negative 100x, negative 100y, minus 100y. Look at this. If you multiply some inequality with a negative number, the sign will change from greater than or equal to less than or equal to minus 1,000. The other is the same. Let's add them side by side. 100x is cancelled. 20y less than or equal to 100. Y is less than or equal to 5. The number of 120 packages maximum. So it says its maximum value is 5. The number of 120-pound packages is maximum 5. Question 12. Which of the following numbers is not a solution of the inequality? Let's look at the inequality. 3x minus 5 greater than or equal to 4x minus 3. First, I want x's on the same side, so I will add negative 3x on both sides. That will lead me to negative 5 greater than or equal to x minus 3. Now I want x to be alone, so I will add 3 both sides. Negative 2 greater than or equal to x. So x is a number which is less than or equal to negative 2. This checks, and checks, but A is not a solution for the given inequality, my friends. Question 13 gives us 2 inequalities, and it says if 0, 0 is a solution to the system of inequalities, what must be true for A and B? Okay, that means I will substitute 0 into x and y and see what happens. In the first one, 0 less than 0 plus a. Actually negative 0 plus a, but doesn't matter. That leads me to a being positive. Look at here. 0 greater than 0 plus b. That is b being less than 0. What must be true? A is greater than b would be correct. The others, b is negative, cannot be greater than a. Absolute a and absolute b, it depends, like if a is negative 3 and a is 3 and b is negative 2, that's correct. But if that's the opposite case, like this one, it's not correct. So depends on a and b, and it's not a must. Possible, but not a must. So the answer is A, my friends. Roberto is an insurance agent who sells 2 types of policies: 50,000 policy and 100,000 policy. His goal was to sell at least 57 insurance policies, but he didn't meet his goal. And the total value of the policies he sold was over $3 million. Which of the following systems of inequalities describes x and y, where x is the possible number of 50,000? So, x plus y, their goal was to sell at least 57 insurance policies, so he couldn't sell 57, so it's 57 less than 57. Equal isn't accepted, so not correct. On the other hand, he sold over 3 million, means 50,000 x plus 100,000 y is more than 3 million, which is gonna be choice C. Maria plans to rent a boat. The boat rental costs $60 per hour, and she will also have to pay for a water safety course that costs $10. So $10 is a fixed cost for her, and then $60 for every hour she rents the boat, and wants to spend no more than $280. No more than means she can spend 280 or less. That is this one. And then 60x is less than or equal to 270. Okay, let's do the division. First cancel zeros and divide by 6. x is less than or equal to 27 over 6, which is like divided by 3, x is less than or equal to 9 over 2, that is 4.5. It says only for whole number of hours, like 4.5 hours is not accepted, so she will rent the boat for 4 hours. Not 5 hours. 5 hours will be more than what she wanted to pay. Question 16. A clothing store is having a sale on shirts and pants. During the sale, the cost of each shirt is $15 and the cost of each pair of pants is $25. So S is for shirts and P is for pants. So $15 times S shirts and $25 for P shirts. What does it say? Jove can spend at most. That means less than or equal to 120. She can spend this amount, so it's equal. Where is the answer? The answer is choice A, my friends. Question 17. Ken is working this summer as part of a crew on a farm. He earned $8 per hour for the first 10 hours he worked this week. Because of his performance, his crew leader raised his salary to $10 per hour for the rest of the week. Ken saves 90% of his earnings from each week. What is the least number of hours he must work the rest of the week to save at least $270 for the week? So, he works 10 hours for $8. $8 per hour, he worked 10 hours. Then, X hours, now for $10. We don't know X. Okay? This is what he earns. But he only saves 90% of it. It should be at least, that means greater than or equal to 270. Once again, he worked 10 hours for $8, then X hours for $10 per hour. Then he saves 90% of his earnings. That should be greater than or equal to 270. Okay, divide both sides with 90. Here it's 3. Multiply both sides with 100. 80 plus 10x is greater than or equal to 300. 10x is greater than or equal to 220. X is greater than or equal to 22. So for 22 hours, at least 22 hours will give him at least $270 for the week. Question 18. If the system of inequalities y greater than or equal to 2x plus 1 and y greater than 1/2 x minus 1 is graphed in the xy plane above, which quadrant contains no solutions to the system? Okay, this is a serious business. Let's do it carefully. Okay, I want us to graph these lines, these inequalities, but first I will consider them as lines, like this. Y equals to 2x plus 1 and y equals to 1 over 2x minus 1. So let's sketch them. How so? First of all, this one. When x is 0, y is 1. x0, y1 is here. When y is 0, x is negative 1/2, which is here. So the line that passes through these two can be sketched as this one. So this line, 2x plus 1, is here. Next, the second line is this one. Y equals to 1 over 2x minus 1. I draw it here. For x equals to 0, y equals to minus 1. X equals to 0, y equals to minus 1 is here. And for y equals to 0, x equals to 2. y0, x2 means here. So it's gonna be something like this. Okay, I want to extend them a little bit. My sketch is not very successful here, but it's something like this. Okay, the problem here is which regions are we going to take? Like, for example, for the orange one, is it going to be here or here? To understand that, we can use test values. The best test value is the origin. So, if the origin satisfies our inequality, I will take the part that origin belongs. Otherwise, I will take the other side. We're looking about the first line, the orange line. Consider it. X equals to 0 and y equals to 0. That is 0 greater than or equal to 1. That's not correct. So for the orange one, the origin doesn't satisfy the inequality, so we take the other part, not the part with including the origin, the other part. So what I'm suggesting is this one. For the orange line, we will take this yellow region. Okay. What else? Now the other one. The other one is this one. So take the origin, 0 and 0. 0 greater than minus 1. That's something correct. So we will take the part with origin included. So I will use this part. So what does it say? Is there any part which quadrant contains no solutions to this system? The first system means both colors are applied. Like the first quadrant has, the second quadrant has, the third quadrant has a solution. But the fourth quadrant doesn't have a solution. You may say, this part, no, but this part is only true for one inequality, the second one. The first inequality won't apply in the fourth quadrant. So this is how we deal with these kind of questions, my friend. Question 19. In the xy plane, if a point with coordinates a, b lies in the solution set of a system of inequalities above, what is the maximum value of b? B is y. So they are asking me maximum value of y actually. Okay, I want to multiply the second inequality with 3. That is y less than or equal to negative 15x plus 3000. 3y less than or equal to 15x. I add them side by side. We can do that. 4y less than or equal to 3000. Y is less than or equal to 750. The maximum value of y, that is also maximum value of b, my friends. A psychologist set up an experiment to study the tendency of a person to select the first item when presented with a series of items. In the experiment, 300 people were presented with a set of 5 pictures arranged in random order. Each person was asked to choose the most appealing picture. Of the first 150 participants, 36 chose the first picture in the set. Among the remaining 150 participants, P people chose the first picture in the set. If more than 20% of all participants chose the first picture in the set, Which of the following inequalities best describes the possible values of P? So, looks complicated, yeah, but actually it's not very challenging. So people chose the first picture from the second 150 participants. And 36 chose it before. So, in the first 150 participants, 36. In the second 150 participants, P. Total, P plus 36 people chose the first item. What does it say? More than 20% of all participants chose. So it's greater than all participants times 20%. Okay? So the idea is in choice D. P and 36, they all chose first item greater than 20% of whole experiment. Question 21. In which of the following does the shaded region represent the solution set in the xy plane to the system of inequalities above? Okay, so the idea here is eliminating some regions, eliminating some choices. For example, this tells me 0, 0 satisfies the system, both inequalities. Let me check. Substitute 0 into x and y. 0 greater than 2, 0 less than 6. It satisfies this, but not this one. So 0, 0 should be excluded in the system, in the solution. So choice A is gone. The others won't include 0, 0, so I don't have to, I cannot eliminate anymore. Let's check other points. For example, let me see. Here, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4. I will take 0, 4 and see if it satisfies both inequalities. 4 greater than or equal to 0.2. That's check. 2 times 0 plus 3 times 4 less than or equal to 6, not possible. So 0, 4 is not in the system, it's not in the shaded region. So C is cancelled. So I have B and D to check. I can check it this way, like -1, -2, -4, 0. If -4, 0 satisfies both inequalities, I will choose B. Otherwise, I will choose D. Let's see. The first inequality is 0. I'm substituting 0 into y, greater than -4 plus 2. And here, 2 times -4 plus 3 times 0 less than or equal to 6. These are both correct. So the answer is choice B. So we choose some important points like 0, 0, 0, 4 and -4, 0 to see whether both inequalities are satisfied in that region or not. 22. A laundry service is buying detergent and fabric softener from its supplier. The supplier will deliver no more than 300 pounds in a shipment. Okay, no more than 300 pounds. Each container of detergent weighs 735 pounds and each container of fabric softener weighs 6.2 pounds. The server wants to buy at least twice as many containers of detergent as containers of fabric softener. Let D represent the number of containers of detergent and let S represent the number of containers of fabric softener. Where D and S are non-negative integers, which of the following systems of inequalities best represents the situation. A very complicated question it looks like. First of all, no more than 300 pounds. Like D detergent times 735 plus S times softener 6.2. No more than means less than or equal to 300. 7, these will cancel. And there is another. The service wants to buy at least twice as many containers of detergent as containers of fabric softener. The detergent should be greater than or equal to 2 times softener. Let me explain it to you. The service wants to buy at least twice as many container of detergents as container of fabric softener. So if we buy S softener, detergent will be twice, more than twice. So that is choice A, my friends.